Have you ever been rejected by someone you really liked? What was your reaction? Sad? Disappointed? Or maybe angry? As a result of being rejected by a girl he liked, the man in this story did something stupid due to his frustration. Let's have a look at the story of Mia Marcano, who was murdered after refusing to kiss a stranger. Mia Marcano's parents, Emma Gabrielle and Marlon Marcano, welcomed her into the world on April 26, 2002. Their mother relocated to the Virgin Islands after their divorce. Their father remarried a woman known as Giselle Blanc, whom Tamia and her brother grew to see as a second mother to them. Instead of taking a gap year after graduating from Charles Flanagan High School in May 2020, Mia enrolled at Valencia College in Orlando the following year, saving money on tuition. She intended to pursue a degree in art, before pursuing a certificate program in sports medicine or physiotherapy. She went into her flat and took her belongings with her. The fact that she hadn't responded to their texts or phone calls raised concerns among her family members. It was unusual for her to disappear totally off their radar in such a short period. Mia was nowhere to be found when her flight landed, even though she was most likely preoccupied with attempting to make it to her flight or dealing with phone problems at the time. A police officer went over to Mia's house to see how she was doing and check on her. His attention was drawn to the fact that the door was unlocked, but that something was obstructing it from the inside, drawing his attention to it. When the officers arrived at the apartments, it was 3 a.m., and they immediately notified the sheriff's office to report the incident. Because, despite the apparent indications of a struggle, the place had not been labeled a crime scene. Mia's family was compelled to perform their investigation to acquire entry to Mia's room. The family was forced to travel to the complex. When he showed up at Mia's house at 4 a.m., his aunt thought it was weird, because he had just gotten off work, and had no reason to be there. On the other hand, Mia's family did not accept Armando's version of events and questioned him about it. That is the gist of my point of contention. No one, not even my roommate, was interested in what I was doing. Even though you are aware that she is an employee, you continue to refer to Toddy as a friend, and assert that the three of you have socialized together. All of her other friends also showed there to support her. All of her closest friends, who happened to also live in the complex, were present with us from the beginning of the ordeal. Toddy is a name that no one is familiar with. Toddy is only known to you and your friends. As of right now, you are required to report to work the next day. All of your friends and family have seen the text message, in which you mentioned giving her your life savings as a gift. You took her money and cashed it in at a convenience store. It would appear that all of Armando Bueno's assertions and his suspicious behavior should have been sufficient grounds for the deputy to detain and question him in this case. Her family followed Armando to his apartment on the sly to track down Mia. They were surprised to see him unloading items from his car into his flat's closet, including a pink throw blanket, gloves, and a black knapsack. Their identification of the veil as Mia's indicated that Armando was most likely the individual who had followed her into the residence. Gloves Armando allowed the family to enter to look for Mia. Still, they could not find anything substantial, and Armando was able to return to his home. When the police came, they confronted Armando, who had called 911 to report the incident. Investigative teams revealed that Mia went missing at approximately 2 p.m. on the day of her disappearance. Mia's flat was unlocked at about 4:30 p.m., just before her shift ended, using the same key that she had used to enter. After entering her apartment with her key at 5:06 p.m., Mia was last spotted leaving the complex at 7:16 p.m. when Armando's automobile was seen exiting the property. Authorities felt Armando was likely waiting for Mia in the apartment, based on this new evidence. He may have kidnapped her, leading them to delve into Armando's background and criminal history. Find out where he is. Meanwhile, the number of Mia's relatives increased. Drop her off and let us know where she is, to ensure that she returns home safely. We'll go pick her up at that point. Police received a call in the early morning hours of Monday, September 27th, saying that a man had been discovered hanging in the garage of another apartment complex nearby. Armando C. turned out to be the mystery man. Moreover, if Mia were still alive, her family would have been furious that Armando had taken the easy way out. Instead of disclosing what he had done to Mia, her family chose to hold out hope that they might still be able to locate her. They were under the impression that Armando had kidnapped Mia and that she was hiding somewhere nearby. With Armando gone, the search for Mia accelerated almost immediately, and many individuals, including law enforcement officers, went to the scene to lend a hand. Search teams had undertaken over 30 searches throughout 3 countries as of September 30th, utilizing various resources, including helicopters, K9 units, and diving teams. There is no information that is either too minor or too significant. Suppose someone has information about something, witnesses something, or recognizes her face. In that case, you can be assured that we will consider that information and that you will be able to stay anonymous. We only want the data so that we can try to locate Mia. Following Mia's family's plea, a local senator took to Twitter to ask the FBI to become involved in the investigation. The FBI should assist in searching Mia Mariano, who may have been transported over state borders. If the Marzano family's claims are correct, we will request assistance this morning. As investigators attempted to retrace the suspect's steps, they came across actions taken when Mia disappeared. In the neighborhood of Orlando, criminal acts, particularly those involving firearms, murders, and narcotics, are prevalent in the area. As a result, the community had developed into a ghost town with a deserted airport, some that looked like they were about to. The whereabouts of Armando remain a mystery. Armando possessed me at one point in my life. I lived in this neighborhood. As a result, they were familiar with the ins and outs of what resources are available for phone records. Caballero was a man. Esca's apartments are made of wood. Friday, between the hours of 8 and 9 p.m., the police were called to investigate her disappearance. A search crew was dispatched to the area. In a wooded area, a body was found. They discovered Mia's body in 2021. Her wrists and feet were chained behind her back. Duct tape was used to conceal her. Her mouth and her purse were both open. It included her last shirt, which she had worn. She was just partially dressed at the time. She was only wearing her trousers, a bra, and a robe when we found her. According to witnesses, the body, which we believe to be that of Mia Marcano, was discovered just a few minutes ago. As parents, our hearts are torn open by the news, according to the police. Mia's family was devastated by the word, and they staged an emotional vigil in her honor to express their sorrow. This has left me feeling disappointed, as if I've let my cousin down, and I'm not sure how we're going to get through this. I'm missing my baby and wish she had returned home earlier today. Mia's family laid the blame for her death squarely on the shoulders of the administration of Aiden Villas, stating they did not do enough to protect her. A wrongful death lawsuit against the complex has been filed due to this. What do you think about this case? Is the complex really responsible for Mia's death? Let me know in the comments area below. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to this channel for more. Thanks for watching.